r/AskReddit by Keyboard Warrior comments. Gordon Ramsay is invited to your house for dinner. Each piece of criticism he gives about the food awards you $1,000. What are you serving for dinner? First, you have to brag about how amazing of a chef you are. This is critical as Gordon is a nice guy but hates people who suck that should know better. Claim to have graduated from some culinary school or something. Second, gather the ingredients for his famous beef Wellington. Third, don't measure any of the seasonings. Just eyeball. Yes, it needs more salt, why not? Fourth, after letting it rest, freeze, then microwave the ish out of it. Fifth, respond poorly to his criticism, thus invoking more criticism. Money. Forget the salt. Explain thoroughly how it causes hypertension and is bad for heart. Instead of filet mignon, use eye round. Explain how it's healthier because there's less fat. Make crust with whole grain spelt flour from some vegan hippie store. Boiled chicken breast, blended, served as soup. Vanilla chicken. Are we talking like just plain old boring chicken? Or are you marinating that ish in vanilla extract to serve topped with hot fudge? I remember seeing something on a cooking show, maybe Worst Chefs of America, where one chef's signature dish was vanilla fried chicken. It's dinner and dessert all in one. I mean, you can't knock the concept/idea too hard just based on the thought. Look at chicken and waffles. Chicken and waffles. That's it? Frantically runs out of diner. Anaconda malt liquor gives you woo-oh. Anaconda malt liquor gives you Little Richard. Whatever fits in my microwave. A baby. Hole up. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty big microwave. Ah, good old Chef Mike. The hardest working employee in every failing restaurant. Gordon Ramsay is way harder on professional chefs than amateurs, so I'd try to make something complex enough that he'll have a lot to talk about and good enough that he can tell I'm trying and won't just be like the whole thing is terrible. I'd put together a sushi bar, some homemade chips and guacamole as an appetizer, and cheesecake for dessert. And some extra strength old fashions. Hopefully he'd comment on how they don't really go together well. My little brother's signature ground toothpaste and jelly sandwich. Finally, some real effing food. Totally read this in his voice. So did I, and I laughed so hard I cried a little. How do you grind toothpaste? English is my second language and I've forever wondered just what is ground beef. I have now just realized thanks to you that ground beef is beef after grinding it, not beef from the ground, whatever that means. Reminds me of a joke I heard once. What do you call a cow with 3 legs? Tri-tip. What do you call a cow with 2 legs? Lean beef. What do you call a cow with 1 leg? Steak. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. A cow with 2 legs is called your mom. I laughed way harder than I should have. Boom, roasted. If I give him something vile he might not eat all of it, and the longer he's at that table the more money I can milk out of him. So honestly I'd make him my best dish with a few obviously weird choices thrown in. That way it'll be edible enough for him to take at least a few bites, and seeing how he handles signature dishes on Hell's Kitchen I'm going to get picked the F apart anyway. Bonus points if I learn a better way to make my best dish, double money if I can talk myself up before serving. This is the real key I think a lot of other replies are missing. Gordon hates arrogant chefs the most, and spends the most time breaking them down. You'd be rolling in cash if you did that, lol. Something raw with no lamb sauce. Maybe my great-grandmother's remains. Jesus Christ, dude. Right? No lamb sauce. Start with risotto and you'll never get to the raw with lamb sauce part. I've watched an episode or two of Kitchen Nightmares. Here's what's for dinner, in no particular order. 1. Fish that was frozen, but I will insist that it is fresh frozen. 2. I will undercook it, raw, insist that it is medium rare. 3. The side will be some sort of assorted frozen veggies with zero seasoning. 4. The dessert will be store-bought. 5. I will cook everything in a dirty microwave. 6. I'll buy some roaches, kill them, your sacrifice will not be in vain, and sprinkle them around where I made the food. 7. I'll take about an hour longer than is needed to serve him the food. 8. I'll have someone else help me cook, doesn't matter who, simply to yell with them in the kitchen. 9. I'll invite other people to dinner and tell them to complain about it audibly, the way that everyone does. 10. Make my place really dirty before everyone comes over for dinner. For bonus points, mix in canned products wherever you can. 1. Base/marinate the fish in a canned soup. 2. Throw some canned peas in with the frozen veggies. 3. The dessert is canned fruit salad. Overdone steak. Slightly burnt, too salty risotto. A wedge iceberg salad consisting of half a head of lettuce, processed cheddar cheese and copious amounts of light ranch, bottled. Soggy garlic toast. Like, I tried to be pretentious but with the lowest quality ingredients possible. Don't forget to grill the iceberg wedge first. Does it even matter? I would just go for quantity. Right, me too. 32-course tasting menu. With terribly paired wine sippings for each item. Wine sipping is a really weird way to say Kool-Aid mixed with beer. Pair everything with a glass of Mad Dog 2020. Undercooked chicken with sides of oversalted mashed potatoes, unseasoned barely cooked broccoli, and a burned sauce consisting only of red wine and flour. Deconstructed Oreos for dessert, with expired skim milk. Do not forget warm water for him to drink, and greasy fork for extra. Harvest grease from the fork and give that to him to drink. This made me choke on my drink. It's been a while since a comment made me laugh so hard. Were you drinking fork grease? Boiled hot dog water. And the microwaved salad that he calls someone a effing donut for. Dirty cutlery and plates is absolutely critical. A fly in his drinking water gives bonus points. Be sure to use a chipped, stained plate with bits of food baked onto it by the dishwasher. And serve dessert on an old, used VHS rental tape and claim it's avant-garde. Served on a roofing shingle hung from a candelabra. The candles in the candelabra are lit and scented like Mexican food. Call the chicken medium rare. Low-fat buttermilk reduction. Be sure to mix flour into the mashed potatoes. Step 1. Buy any steak. Step 2. Cook it warmer than medium rare. Step 3. Present to Gordon Ramsay. Step 4. Collect limitless amounts of money as he destroys you, passes out, regains consciousness, and then continues to utterly berate you. Don't forget to add ketchup all over it before serving. I have been saving up ketchup packets from various fast food places for such an occasion. Dude. He may actually swing for you. All the more reason to. If criticism gets you a $1,000, a right hook should be worth at least $10,000. Broken jaw $50,000. For everything else there's MasterCard. Spaghetti meatballs, but instead of meat I will use bouncy balls. Nice to get some money, but hearing him shout rubber, rubber, rubber live is priceless. I'm not going to waste my time cooking. I'm ordering the entire Applebee's menu as takeout. Bon appetit. Beef Wellington except with beef jerky and a Hawaiian roll. I figure he won't criticize it if it's too ishy. He'll just clam up and not give a ish about providing criticism, helpful or otherwise. I'd put serious effort into the dish and make it obvious that I did, that way he'd actually feel the desire to engage and provide criticism. The truest masochist. Or most practical. Can't really tell. Burger. We will F up every bit of it. 1. Patty, burn the crap out of it. 2. Bun, attempt to toast it, end up with one bun burned to a crisp and the other barely toasted. 3. Cheese, forget to melt the cheese on, place a cold piece of cheese onto the burger last minute. 4. Veggies, be absolutely terrible at dispersing evenly. 5. Condiments, confuse ketchup with hot sauce, mustard with spicy mustard, and mayonnaise with sperm, cause why not? What if your sperm tastes so amazing that he takes back every criticism he ever made and heaps so much praise you go bankrupt? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.